Welcome, Mr. Barry Peatling, to the Barry Peatling Sports Show.
And welcome to you, Colin Subtoast, and all my viewers around the world and interstate. It's a very cold. Are you in autumn now, or what?
Yes.
Still in autumn? Very cold autumn day. It's going to be about 12 degrees tops tonight, and about 4 degrees tonight. And apart from that, the
sun is shining.
The sun's out. Yeah, it's very good.
So, what have we got here, Barry?
Well, I just got that out. I was talking to Andy before, so I better get this one out. I haven't got it out for a while. This is about 7 years ago or 6 years ago. Went up to Horsham to go to the Horsham races.
Yes. And
I was walking past the Women Mail Times, and who used to be at the front of the Mail Times, and Murray Lawson. He said, "What are you doing up here, Barry?" So I'm going to the races. He said, "Come in. We'll get the fellow to do an interview. You can have a bit of a chat with him." So I went in there and I got, what's his name, Paul Carricher and
Patrick O'Meara.
Yeah, he's still there, and he got down and sat down. I said, "Well, I'll pick my team, my best side of the 60s, and that's what we done. We had." And he gave it a very good coverage. It was on the front page and in the back page. And if you can read, you got better.
Yeah, he's got a few good players.
Especially a few of the players' names, and I'll give you a bit of a tell where they're good.
You've got Jenny Lindsay.
He's a Tui medalist.
Morris Marks.
Champion Rapanic winger.
Wes Richardson.
Champion Neil Coach.
And we've got Graham Klein.
Best centre forward in the competition, as I said there.
Robbie Dunlop.
Play for Rapanic and play for Essendon.
Yeah, so a few classics there. That you're there too as
well, they put
vice
up
captain.
I picked myself as I was the best rover in the competition for 5 years. Represented the Women's League a couple of times and runners up in the goal kicking, and still hold the Women's League goal kicking competition time the last 50 years for 60 goals.
Wow.
Runners up in 1961 for 60 goals.
So it's pretty good.
They got a pretty good coverage, that, because
very good coverage.
It was on the front page.
3 pages and the like.
Yeah, and I give my rundown of all the players. See, that was my all the players there.
Yep, June the 10th, 2009. So it was 6 years ago.
6 years ago, yeah. So I'm still making headlines even.
You can see all the details
from the 60s and till the 2000s. Amazing. Very
good. Well, let's get into the game. Chelsea versus Bonbeach, Barry. Crowd and conditions. The
crowd wasn't that strong at the start of the game, Colin. Build up after half time. I couldn't believe how I looked around and I said, "God, there's people everywhere here," and perfect day for football.
Come to see ex-AFL players.
Number 44, which his number was at Skilda.
Yep, number 44.
And it was a diabolical exhibition from Stephen Miller, I can tell you now. Very one goal. Might have been 2.5 assists. He had actually got 3, but the third possession he just kicked it on the ground. He was. I said to a couple of fellas who were standing watching the game, I said to Snake, I said, he should be on the ball, because that's how you get on the ball, get around the forward line. But he finally decided to put him on the ball just before half time, but just could not get into the game.
Bit of waste of money. Number
44, Stephen Milne. I don't think we'll be getting any more of those fellas back anymore.
Failed experiment. Well, any changes apart from Stephen Milne?
Yeah, there was
Milne.
Stephen Milne, yeah. Out was Nanopoulos, Nida, Harper. I think Hart was out, but incoming was Stephen, number 44, Milne. Smout. This fella can play. He got a horrible name, Smout. S-M-O-U-T. He can play, number 36.
Yeah.
And Nizer coming. Welcome back to Nizer. We miss him.
Very good. So, talk about the first half, Barry.
Now, the first half, we started off the first 5 or 10 minutes. We were going all right. Bennett Brisbane, he took 2 or 3 brilliant marks and he kicked a goal, but then he missed a couple of sitters, but faded right out after the first quarter.
So the first, in front in the first quarter.
Toddy Gardner had 20 possessions in the first half.
Did he? Right. So
don't say right. Just say that's
right.
Pretty good. 20 possessions.
Not too bad. He's in the list of best players according to the paper.
Well, they would know anyway.
Yeah.
But I reckon there's a bit. I'll tell you this before I get rid of this interview. There's about 4 or 5 players. I reckon might not have had a possession, Colin, Chelsea.
Wow.
And about another 5. I could have 2 or 3 possessions.
Wow.
I got the good things there. I'll show you.
Yep, got a few stats here.
Well,
so what you're saying is there's a few passengers. What's this?
blank, 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 blank.
And how many did Wera have?
About 3 or 4.
Well,
Oh, he started. It wasn't too bad in the first quarter, yeah. But he's off.
You'd have put in more than that if you're going to...
It was, but that's not the first time it's happened to Chelsea players that lucky to have a possession. A couple of weeks ago, I remember I said there'd be at least 5 players that might have had 1 or 2 possessions. I mean, you just can't win games, Colin.
No good.
Got to put in.
So talk about the second half then.
Well, for a start, I'll give you the half-time scores first. Hang on.
Yeah.
Chelsea 4 goals 8.
Yes.
To Bonbeach 7-5.
So it's still a game.
Oh, we're in the game, all right.
15 points.
But the second half.
It says that Chelsea made a comeback in the third quarter.
Comeback?
Yeah,
they've kicked 1 goal, 5 or something in the third quarter.
No, it says here 2 goals, 6 goals, 12-48. 1 point behind at 3/4 time.
Yeah, it was close. There wasn't much in it. I got them here.
1 point behind at 3/4 time.
It was. No, we were 6-12.
Yeah, 48 to 7-7.
And they were 7-7. Yeah, I got
49.
them here. Don't worry about him. But
well, this is the facts.
They're not facts. They're all up to crap. But yeah, we kicked 2 goals 4. I mean, is that riveting? Is it? 2 goals 4.
2 goals 4.
Comeback. Got to be kicked.
Well, it's 1 point different.
That was with the win.
Oh, right, that's fine.
And they only kicked 2 points against it, but they kicked 4 goals something in the last quarter.
It says 5 goals 2.
The final score, look at the final score was 6-14 Chelsea to Bonbeach 11-9.
It's got here 12-9, 81.
Well, it might have been, well, it's 12. That's more.
Yeah.
But we scored 2 points in the last quarter. Anyway, don't worry about reading about that crap.
Well, I'm worrying about it.
Don't worry about it. Don't just. They make some crap stories in the paper. I'll tell you now.
I like it.
Of course you do. What do you like it for?
Because it's accurate.
It's not accurate at all. What the best players? Settle down, Colin Sutcliffe.
Alright, so
and Guerra went off. I reckon he must have went off about halfway through the second quarter, but he was off for the rest of the game, and it wasn't a great help either. But I must mention this: the full forward of Bonbeach, Chris Bryan, ex-Collingwood Blackman. This will be 2 or 3 years ago. He's about 9 foot tall.
Yeah.
Kicked 5 goals and
dominated.
Says
here 4 goals.
5 goals. Someone said 5. I said 4, but someone said 5 after.
I reckon you were right. 4 goals.
Yeah. But anyway, he's a gun. I'll tell you. Look, we had Stafford. If we would have had Stafford, the dark fella, who is apparently signed up with, got another. Had to pay his sign-on fee. Now he wants a clearance down here somewhere.
I want to get out.
No, he's up and down, but he wants to get a clearance to another club down here.
All right. Well, he's signed with us, isn't he?
Go on, I told you, walkabout.
Walkabout, right, okay.
He got his $1,000 to sign on, apparently. That's a sign on fee, that's what they do now. But anyway, now the Bonbeach, they were too quick and too good. They were.
Give us the goal kickers, Barrow.
Bennett Osmond kicked 1, Thomas kicked 1, Bywater kicked 1, South kicked 1, and Stewart kicked 1.
Milne, did you mention?
Oh, Milne. Wow, I forgot all about the $5,000 goal kicking.
Goal kicking machine. Best players. Group of best players.
I mean, the same old story as Clark, Smout. This Smout can play.
Smout, yeah.
Can play. Listen, hey, we've got all about that.
He's on there.
Toddy Gardner, Stewart, and Nizer. Now, I'll give you the votes.
Give us the votes. 3 votes.
One vote,
sorry.
One vote. Half a vote to Ryan Stewart, half a vote to Smout. He's going to be a player, this fella.
Yeah.
Bradley Clark 2, and of course Toddy Gardner.
3 votes.
31 possessions. Oh, look, if he wasn't in the game, we would have been beaten by 12 goals.
He's that good, is he?
Look, you're throwing that word around very carelessly. He's a superstar, Toddy Gardner. He's 4 games, 4 best on the ground.
Holding Chelsea
Did he
together.
give, I suppose, what did he say?
Yeah, he gave him the best players. Not sure how it works, but he gave him four votes. To give him an extra vote.
Forget all about that machine there, I'll tell you now.
He gave him an extra vote.
But
he gave Truey a couple of votes. So Truey was...
We've got to put in Truey last week. Truey got a vote off me last week. We've got to put him in the best players last week.
I think so, yeah.
Is it Dickhead? Who was it? That's
McAvoy.
Yeah. Fancy reading these stories out. I told you he's about 40 stone.
He had a spies there at the ground. Now...
well, you would have been there because it was to see Milne.
Yeah.
Did he mention anything about Milne? No.
No, gave Milne nothing.
Well, he should have said, look, he made a complete arse of himself.
No, there's no comments, but there's nothing. It's just 0-0, one goal, Milne.
2.5 possessions, yeah.
So, any highlights?
Yeah, there was.
Highlights with lowlights.
There wasn't many 2 highlights at all in the game, apart from Toddy Gardner's game. I'll tell you what, that fellow, he simply amazes me every week. He gets better every week. I don't know how his stamina is up, because he doesn't get interchange now. He's on the ground most of the time, which is where he should be. He comes off for a couple of minutes, have a bit of a breathe, and goes back on. But the low light was Stephen Milne.
Just having him there.
But I don't know that.
Did nothing.
Oh, the low light. That's right. I got a couple of low lights. We had some players lucky to have any possessions in.
That's
That'd be about at least half a dozen, Colin.
That is pretty sad.
I won't mention their name, but they know where they are. And
yeah, you know when you haven't touched the ball.
Well, we haven't touched it very much.
Mm.
Well, Millie wouldn't have any trouble counting his possessions.
No.
Because he can count up to 3. He'd be right, 3.
Maybe.
1 goal, 1 grubber kick, another half kick, and just done a little run around.
Maybe he's finished. Should be finished. Wrapping it up.
But has he played a game before in this business of fighting?
He's been playing, hasn't he? Yeah.
No, for the big money stuff.
Yeah, probably.
Once a week to different clubs. He's done a few, hasn't he? Like Favola. But at least with Favola, as I was telling you before we come in here, he averages, when he goes up and plays all around Australia, he averages 9 goals a game. Averages, yeah. Kicks 10, 11. I mean, that's when you get. Now, when do they pay him? He's on 10 grand, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think he gets. He really.
$1,000 a goal.
He really, really.
Well, he wins games for them.
Now, next week, Barry.
Next week at Mount Eliza at the Chelsea football ground. As I said before, before I come in here, we've got 3 games at home in a row, but the second round of the competition we've got about 4 games away in a row. Because of the Bonbeach. Now, Bonbeach grounds and rooms apparently all finished.
Right, so they're all ready to
They won't be using our ground. I mean, they've been using our ground.
Yeah. So that's next week. You'll be there live.
I'll tell you who did try hard too was Stuart Brook, the ruckman. He was giving away inches, and I like him. He's a good big fellow, and he was playing the seconds last year.
Good trier.
He's a big unit, but he gets up and he puts his. My old mate Jacko, he's not going too flash this year.
Jacko.
Remember Jacko?
Yeah.
Jackson Arthur?
Yeah.
He's just not. I don't know. He's not with it this year. Remember I told I given him big reps last year. Anyway,
so that's next week. I look forward to that next week.
I suppose we have to look forward because that's we can look forward to.
No, you're just looking back. So any Cheerios, Barry?
Oh yeah, we always got Cheerios to Annie and Carlos. Annie and Carla and Lloyd. They've had no blackouts this week, which is world record. No blackouts.
Oh, even though they've got hurricanes and whatnot.
No, I didn't have any blackouts this week.
No, they've got cyclone there at the moment.
Probably blown the river up. No, but they haven't had any blackouts.
Wow.
Which is probably chalk it up.
Wow.
1 week without a blackout.
Wow. Mark this day.
And P8. Yeah. Tigers. I think they're in big trouble, mate.
Give up on them.
Big trouble. They just can't. They just not with it now. They're. But that's how they started last year.
Dum-dums.
They won the last 10 games, but I must tell you, P.H., before we get, I was watching a video, I done of my teenage years, which is back in our day with Noz and Long John. I want you to watch it and show Jerry, because you'll get a good laugh out of this, because talking about you and I and what we got up to back in those late 50s and whatever, and nice and all that. Have a look at it and show Jerry PH, because he'll get a fair damn good laugh about it. I can tell you now, very funny. What else am I going to do? No more Cheerios? No, it was a very disappointing weekend for the Chelsea Football Club. I don't know what they're going to do, because we haven't got much to come through from the seconds, Colin, and they get beaten by Bonbeach. They're second last, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
And
to get the all the celebrities through the door didn't work.
No, but anyway, that's about all we got for this week.
That's goodbye from me.
Bye for me, and see you next week.
I don't know how many times I've fucking seen Shane out there for the forwards to push up. Did I mention that at quarter time? Why don't we do it? I just sent him out there 5 fucking times. The gap between the forwards and where the ball was 50 metres. What chance do you have of getting the footy? Fuck all. So push up. I don't want to have to say it again. We need to be smarter. We drop numbers behind the footy. They went with us. Okay? There's space in our forward line. Smout kick the goal. When I say something, boys, do it. We don't want to play with their hands. Okay? So when there's a message, just do it straight away. I know we played about 3 behind the footy, and it worked. It slowed them down a bit. Quick kicks. Fumbling. Just get it going our way. Keep an eye. That one there. It went out of bounds. We got to reset. We took 20 metres our way. That's what we've got to do, boys. Just get it going our way. Obviously, we've got to win this quarter. We can't just blaze away, okay? We need to get the ball this side of the ground at every opportunity. Toddy, if you get on the half-back flank, just take it on. Just run. Okay? There's no one over here. If you run this way, what are they going to do? They'll get there. So, boys, have that in the back of your mind. Work hard. They still wanted it more than us that quarter, I reckon. But we can't go into our shells, boys, okay? We don't want to go and playing undisciplined fucking shit footy. We're better than that. We showed that last week. It's a strong breeze out there. Good opportunity to bang on 5 or 6 this quarter. In your groups.
Come on, guys. Just give Jacko an opportunity to stay with their ruckman number 27. Okay? Now we need run from you, mate. Keep going, Smitty. It is a fiddle, okay? We need run, Toddy, and Clarky in the middle. Okay? Go, Clark. Where's Clarky? Yep. Use your pace, mate. No, brothers. You can run all day. That's what we need this last quarter, okay? Breaking the line. Handball C. Through the middle. Fox, Curtis, good goal, mate. Straight on. Okay? That's what we need. Get up the ground and then run back. Use your pace. Stewie, Benny, Milne, let's get into it, mate. Play up. Play up. Don't play deep. Play up the ground and like Curtis, run onto it. Come, Milne. Okay? Stewie, just start there. Hart and Benny. Come on. Do you guys believe in yourself? Okay. Let's go out there. Play smart footy. Okay, we've got 25 minutes. We're down by a point. Come on. Chelsea's day, boys. Hunt the ball and let's hunt the man, but fairly. Okay? No undisciplined shit. Let's come away with this quarter. Outscore. Come on, boys. Come on!
There's a crowd here today, I'll tell you what. Unbelievable. Unbelievable crowd here today. Look at there's people everywhere. Wasn't much good for Chelsea, but I'll tell you what, it was pathetic. Here we are.